comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
It's unfortunate.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just...
When Condoleezza Rice joined The View, the atmosphere was different from the start. Normally, the show is known for its lively mix of intense debates, interruptions, and a bit of chaos. However, the tone shifted noticeably once Rice began speaking about the January 6th Capitol attack. Instead of diving into dramatic exchanges or heated arguments, she addressed the issue directly, calling it an attack on law and order. Rice didn't linger on the past, though. She quickly shifted her focus to current problems, like rising inflation, high gas prices, and the struggles families face every day. Her calm and measured approach made it clear she wasn't there for drama. Instead, she aimed to guide the conversation toward what really matters. The interaction between Rice and co-host Sunny Hostin became one of the most talked about moments of the episode. Sunny is known for her bold and fast-paced debate style, often interrupting others to get her points across. In contrast, Rice brought a composed and steady energy. As a former Secretary of State, she's no stranger to high-stakes discussions, and her calm demeanor showed she didn't need to raise her voice to be heard.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the First Lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the First Lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything
She
to do
doesn't
with
care
him.
about that.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth.
But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say.
Her quiet authority stood out against the usual noisy backdrop of The View. Sunny tried to dominate with strong opinions, but Rice countered with logic and clarity. This contrast in styles created a unique dynamic that made the episode memorable. As the conversation went on, the show maintained its usual spirited debates. Sunny took the lead, jumping into discussions at every opportunity. But Rice didn't allow the typical chaos to distract her. She addressed the Capitol attack with clarity and authority before steering the discussion toward inflation and gas prices. Unlike the usual back-and-forth exchanges...
Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate...
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View.
And I
look,
agree.
The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it that way?
Rice managed to take control of the narrative. She emphasized that political drama shouldn't overshadow the real struggles Americans face. Her ability to remain composed under pressure set her apart, and her focus on practical issues resonated with the audience. One moment stood out above the rest. When Sunny attempted to interrupt, Rice calmly said, "Let me finish." The entire set seemed to pause.
It is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies and
Sunny, who often takes control of conversations, wasn't prepared for someone as composed and direct as Rice. Instead of getting flustered, Rice stayed firm, continuing her point about inflation, gas prices, and family challenges. Her measured tone highlighted her focus on real-world issues, contrasting with Sunny's more emotional approach. The tension was noticeable, and even the other panelists appeared to take note. Rice wasn't just holding her ground. She was leading the conversation. Sunny's usual strategies, such as bold interruptions and dramatic expressions of outrage, didn't work against Rice.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you're on The View, when you were running for president.
Right. Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add president of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it.
They're talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
After Rice finished her point, Sunny seemed unsettled, struggling to regain control of the discussion. Rice's logical arguments were difficult to counter, leaving Sunny searching for a response. This moment highlighted a common criticism of The View: its tendency to prioritize drama over meaningful dialogue. Rice's focus on solutions instead of conflict shifted the episode's tone, encouraging Sunny and the audience to rethink how political debates should unfold. The audience's reaction to Rice's words underscored their impact. When she spoke about inflation and the cost of living, the crowd responded with genuine applause. This wasn't the usual polite clapping that follows a heated exchange. It was a heartfelt reaction to Rice's clear and relatable message. Her ability to cut through the noise and focus on everyday challenges struck a chord with viewers. The atmosphere in the studio shifted from chaotic to reflective, which is a rarity for a show known for its high-energy debates.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that
we're in television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
Even the other panelists seemed affected by Rice's approach. Joy Behar, typically quick to jump into conversations, remained unusually quiet. Whoopi Goldberg, often seen as the voice of reason, stayed on the sidelines. Ana Navarro, known for her confident commentary, managed only a nervous smile. Rice's calm but firm demeanor disrupted the usual rhythm of the show. By sticking to facts and addressing real problems, she silenced the room, not with anger or theatrics, but with logic and focus. Rice's appearance highlighted a bigger issue with how political discussions are often handled in the media. Shows like The View tend to focus on drama and conflict, leaving little room for meaningful conversations about pressing challenges. Rice's comments made this problem clear. While Sunny brought up the January 6th attack to make a point, Rice redirected the discussion to issues like inflation, job security, and gas prices, topics that directly impact millions of people. Her approach wasn't just a critique of the show's format, it was a call for media to prioritize substance over sensationalism. The exchange between Rice and Sunny wasn't just about two women debating politics, it was a clash of priorities. Rice stood firm in her belief that the real struggles of everyday Americans should take precedence. Her approach contrasted sharply with the usual focus on political drama, reminding everyone of what truly matters. The audience's reaction showed they appreciated this perspective, and even the panelists seemed to recognize the significance of the moment. After Rice's appearance, it became clear that this was more than just another episode of The View. Rice had challenged the show's typical format, turning a chaotic debate into a thoughtful conversation about real issues. For Sunny Hostin, it was a humbling experience. Her usual style of bold interruptions and emotional arguments seemed ineffective.